These mysterious people called Olmec are Afro-Egyptians. They continued to develop their beliefs and knowledge, thanks to the memories of their distant ancestors. On the architecture side in America, as in Egypt, the workers applied the same construction method of pyramids and temples. Hundreds of pyramids and temples were built in Guatemala, in the Yucatan and southern Mexico. All were built by Afro-Egyptians, made of concrete volcanic ash mixed with lime. They were all aligned with Sirius, the stars of the constellation Orion. Later, they moved to Teotihuacan and Tula. Here, it wasn't whole concrete blocks like in Egypt, but natural volcanic stone mixed with concrete. The construction method is the same for Khufu Pyramid via corridors. Of course, the city of Tula and Teotihuacan were built with the Egyptian meter as a unit of measure. The Egyptians aligned the city of Teotihuacan with, now you know it. The city was aligned at 14 degrees 7, not with the north, but with the southwest, with Betelgeuse, Alnilam and Rigel, passing through the hemisphere's axis on November 20th at midnight, around at least 2200 BC. This alignment is observed during these years, give or take 50 years. This tells us the date of construction of the city of Teotihuacan. Here they turned around. These buildings were not built by the Mayans. Centuries later, the Mayans and Incas arranged their lives around these cities following the departure of the Africans. The legend explaining that it was the gods who came down to build these temples endured. It seems that coexistence was impossible between these two technologically very different civilizations. Following wars with indigenous people less developed than they, Afro-Egyptians, or as we can now call them, the Amero-Egypto-Africans, migrated little by little towards the South Pacific coast and abandoned these places that the locals subsequently appropriated. They settled in remote, high elevations, maybe to have peace. Wherever they went with their powerful solar lenses, these men were taken for gods. They left their imprint and their legends everywhere. There may have been a great cataclysm, a giant 300-meter tsunami that swept away all over the Yucatan Peninsula.